Okay, Alex, so now that we talked about the concept of diffusion, which is your thinking self, your mind, all those thoughts, those negative feelings, and from your observing self, which is you right now in this moment, who you are, we're going to go ahead and do a simple technique, if that's okay, a simple diffusion technique, which is going to help you not invest your time and energy in all those thoughts, and so that you can work on like whatever it is you're fulfilling. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this piece of paper, and what I need you to do is you're going to write down 2 to 3 negative thoughts that you struggle with, that run through your mind. So I know that we've talked about how you've told me previously about how you're struggling with your senior year, and you've had those thoughts of just like failing in life, and just like how you're not good enough, you feel like you're always comparing yourself to others, how you're not beautiful, all those things. And so we want to work on separating those thoughts. And so anything that comes to mind, so it could be anything about your body. Does your mind tell you negative thoughts about your abilities? Does it tell you that you're not good enough at something? All right, so now you're going to pick the one that bothers you the most. Give you 30 seconds. Which one are you struggling at this point in time with the most? You can share it with me.
Yeah, it would have to be with my weight. I just even hear from like it goes around in my head myself. I hear it from other people. It's just I am fat.
Okay. And so what I want you to do now is I want you to replay that thought in your head silently, but you're going to start it off with, I am having the thought that I am blank. So take a few seconds and fill in that blank with whatever it was that you just said. So I'm fat. So I am having the thought that I am blank. So repeat it 3 or 4 times. All right, so now that you've done that, did you notice any difference between I am fat to I am having this thought that I am fat?
Yeah, when I placed the first sentence in front of it, I felt a little detached from that. Then I didn't feel so identified by it anymore, because I noticed that, like I said, I just didn't identify with, like, I didn't feel like I was saying that I'm fat. It was in a sentence that I'm having this thought of it, but I didn't identify it with it, thinking about it that way.
Yeah, so you separated that thought, I am fat, to I have this thought that I'm fat. Okay, so you said that, so what happened to that thought? So physically, where did that thought go for you? Show me with your hands where you feel like that thought went for you when you changed it from I am fat to I have that thought that I'm fat.
I guess processing it more, like the I am fat, like it was stuck here, and then now I'm having the thought I am fat, it kind of moved away. So it felt attached, and then now it feels a little bit more detached when I said it's just a thought. So it felt further away in a sense, I guess.
So did it bother you as much, or did it bother you less?
I liked saying it more than one time. It lessened it a lot by repeating it to myself, because that's a way I've never said it before. So it definitely felt better. I felt better about myself, understanding that it's just a thought and I don't have to identify with that thought.
Yeah, so that's the goal of diffusion for us. So by separating that thought, it allows you to be in that moment, and focus on reality and what's really going on. And so it allows you, so say that we took this paper, I know that we just did it. Do you remember how we took that paper of everything that we wrote down right before this, and you held it up to your face like this?
Okay.
And those experiences, like it was could you really enjoy all of the things that you value in life if you were up here? Could you see them?
No, it was really distracting.
Right. And so when you placed it down on your lap, like we did earlier, what was the feeling that you got?
I felt less distracted. I felt less confined, and almost like in the setting I could still see the problem, but it wasn't a barrier where I couldn't do anything else around me. So I recognized, acknowledged that it was there, but it wasn't something that was it's not holding me back as before.
Awesome. So it sounds like we're starting to get that idea of how helpful it is when we do separate those thoughts and feelings, right? Mm-hmm. And so I know that we've spent this whole session really just talking about what it means to diffuse and how it helps us in the things that we value. And so for your homework, I would like you to, as you're going through your days, any thoughts that you have, just remember to take those thoughts and try and put those sentences like I am, when you're stuck in that moment and you're really feeling down because of X, Y, and Z, start to put this is a thought that I am. I have a thought that I am, whatever that is. And hopefully it'll help you to kind of separate yourself and deal with everything else that's going on. Is there anything else that you wanted to?
No, I really like this idea because, like I said, after just doing the simple exercise, I felt a lot better. So hopefully it's something that I can continuously practice for myself. So thank you.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate too, like sometimes with diffusion, we get caught up in the idea that thought's going to go away. Mm-hmm. And the whole idea is that it may not go away. Sometimes it does, but that's not the purpose of our diffusion techniques, right? Mm-hmm. The purpose is being able to separate yourself from it so that you can deal with everything that's going on in your life, right? So I know there are times where it will go away, and that's great. That thought, you won't have that thought again for a while, or it'll come back. But really, we just want to learn how to cope and deal with all the things that are going on.
Yeah.
All right, well, you have your homework, and I'll see you next week.
All right, thank you. See you next week.